Collins, live from Traders Expo New York, talking with Kiana Danial.
You got that right. My last name is very hard. Yeah.
We're working on it. We've been practicing a little bit. Well, we were talking about your work in the forex markets, but more recently you've got involved with cryptocurrencies and their relationship with forex.
Yeah, so it's interesting because I got introduced to Bitcoin. First of all, let's backtrack. The first ever Bitcoin white paper was actually published in 2008, which is exactly the time that I was in Japan trading that crash. And it was released by this entity called Satoshi Nakamoto, which is kind of Japanese. You would think it's Japanese. I hadn't heard of it back then, but in 2011, one of my friends, trader friends, told me, hey, buy Bitcoin. I'm like, oh, that's way too risky for me. I didn't do it. In 2017, a company in the UK asked me to do research and analysis on cryptocurrencies and blockchain. I'm like, I don't know what to think about this. What do you want me to do? They're like, just do it. We know you're good at it. So I started looking into it, and I was surprised to see how massive the potential is here. Because when you think of Bitcoin, Bitcoin is just a byproduct. Bitcoin is just one piece of a puzzle of, well, cryptocurrencies, there are now 2,000 of them, but cryptocurrency is also just a tiny piece of the puzzle of blockchain technology, which is this whole revolution that is going to come and inhale everybody, and you better catch up because it's going to be huge.
Yeah, well, Kiana has done some work for us at the Money Show and written some things for us, and you point out the correlation to forex, but also it trades sometimes more like equities.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, a lot of people think directly when you say cryptocurrency, they just immediately go to currency because of the word currency in it, and it definitely has some correlations with forex as well. First of all, it's very volatile, as we all know, and it also, if you want to trade it like a swing trading or day trading, which is kind of risky, but if you want to do it, you have to trade it in pairs. So you have to trade Bitcoin versus Ethereum or Ripple versus Litecoin or what have you. So you have to basically have an understanding of both sides when you get in and out of trades. But the other side of cryptocurrency, which I think has even more potential, is the similarities with equities. Because when you buy a stock, for example, you have to go and look at the company's finances. You have to look what the underlying technology is behind that stock. The same goes with cryptocurrency. You want to go and see the underlying blockchain technology. Who's behind it? What are their goals? What's the team like? What are partnerships? And that way, you can potentially select the cryptocurrencies that have huge potential for growth in the future.
Yeah, and I guess it depends on where you come from, because I think here in the United States, it's kind of a simple investment. But there are places in the world where they need an alternative currency.
Oh, 100%. One of the reasons why I'm so excited about this is because countries like Iran or Venezuela or places where the people are desperate for something to latch onto, but the governments are just taking over and suppressing them. And so I have students from Pakistan, for example, they have no access to any sort of bank to pay for my courses. I'm like, okay, you can just pay with Ethereum, you know what? So, and it helps with banking the underbanked. It helps with decentralizing this government-backed currencies that, well, we're very fortunate. I think the reason why the US Americans don't really connect with crypto is that they don't need it as much because the government is reliable, right?
Well, I want to touch on, because you have a new book out.
Yeah.
It's Cryptocurrencies for Dummies?
Yes. It's Cryptocurrency Investing for Dummies. And so that's exactly the reason why I wrote it. I was not planning on working last year. I just had a baby. And I got contacted by the Dummies series, and they wanted me to write this book. And I saw so many people were getting into Bitcoin for absolutely no reason, just because of the hype. And then the market crashed and everybody lost money. And it was just sad to see that there is potential in this market, but people are just getting in it with no proper information and education. So I was like, you know what, I had the opportunity to do something about it, and so I did.
And being the month of the woman, there's a special part of this book that you wanted to share with us.
Yes, so I've been buzzing about this for a while now. I'm really, really excited to announce that for Women's Month, if you go to investiva.com and you purchase the book on my website, because that is the only place that I have control over the sales, I am donating all the proceeds for this month to charities that help stopping sex trafficking and sexual abuse of children. I'm a new mom of a daughter, and it really means a lot to me. And if it means a lot to you, just go to investiva.com and get your book today, and we'll send it over to you, and we'll be doing something great to help the humanity as well.
Thanks. It's great having you with us today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate being here.
All right. This has been Dan Collins with Kiana Danial at Traders Expo New York.